Catch girl talks every day. Our socials here's the way.
GURLTAUX. Every platform come to play. Catch our
Facebook, YouTube, stream.
I went and bought some. I had some delivered to my house during COVID. I was like, I need these during COVID. I was like, I need these. I've changed pants 5 times today. I'm gonna need some. And it's 11 a.m.
Lights moving through the screen. Click subscribe. Don't be neat. Upbeat chatter. It's our routine.
Just teasing.
Talk show. Don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talks is all about. GURLTAUX is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere
Refresh.
Girl Talk can be seen. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl
Is that the
Talks
old
all
one
about.
or a new one? Because I just restarted the whole thing.
It's Girl Talk, so don't question why. It's the show that you'll adore. Come back daily to get some more. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. GURLTAUX is who we are. Come hang
And
with us on your
that new
tablet,
screen
phone,
cover I
or
made for all of us.
screen.
Yeah, that's shit now.
Because
Amanda, you're now Greta. Alicia, you're now Amanda and Alicia.
Hey, I would rather my name be on her than Whoopi.
Greta is nobody.
Nobody.
And Kimberly's nobody. No, Kimberly's Tori.
Kimberly is Tori.
Talk show, don't miss out. Join the fun.
I'll make a new one.
Talks is all about.
All right. I'm ending that one. Let's get this party started. Hey, everybody. Hi. So forget the names on the screen because obviously that's bullshit.
We had a whoopsie.
So we added another person, so we're gonna do some introductions real quick. So I am Tori. Hi, everybody, and yes, I am an Army veteran. So I want to thank all my fellow veterans out there, and my son, and my other son, and my other son, and
My other son.
My other brother Daryl.
my other brother. But I'm really proud of all of you for all your service, and my husband, and my brother, and my nephew, and I could just keep going on. And I really am proud of all those who serve and proudly serve this nation. So let's say thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And to those of you trying to disrespect our soldiers and say some pretty horrific things I've already seen today from the left side, I'm pretty disturbed and pretty disgusted. So if it wasn't for them and those who sacrifice for your freedom, you couldn't say the vile shit you say. So with that, I'm going to move forward.
Amen.
My name's Tori. I am a mama. Mama Bear is what I have always been called. I've literally never called my children or kids. They have always been my cubs. Their babies are my grand cubs. And that's how they've always been referred to. So anyway, that is me. There's going to be lots more. We're all going to find out about each other as we go along. But now we're going to go to, I have no idea if these cameras are going to work. So, it is what it is. So we'll see. Hey.
Me?
Yeah.
I am Greta. I'm the resident single girl, no kids. I don't know if you can see my dog in my lap. I'm a dog mom. Born.
So he is your kid.
He is. He definitely is my baby, no doubt. He is 4 years old. So what is that in dog years? 28?
Old.
Old. Yeah.
He's past drinking age.
I am Southern, born and raised. Always lived here in the South.
Always in the South, like as in here, Athens, where we're
Athens.
at?
Well, yeah. So Limestone County, which is the county of Athens. And then I did go away to college to Martin, Tennessee, up in the very northwest
So
corner.
even going to college, you stayed in the South.
Always.
Okay.
Those are only in Huntsville. Like, so I've always been right here, pretty much. I think Martin was, at that time, Martin was 4 hours away. They've improved the roads. It's only 3 now. But that's me. I, like I said, single girl dog mom.
All right.
Sums me up.
Well, Greta, thank you for being here. And yes, we will introduce ourselves every day. It might start getting really repetitive, but you got to remember there's new people coming on the show. So when new people come, they're going to want to know who the fuck we are too. So I'm the resident potty mouth.
Hey, I'm right behind you. Right behind you.
I'm just going to bless your heart.
There you go.
That's nice.
It's nice.
Kimberly, on to you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? We're having a little mic issue, so
that'll reach.
Okay, that's not gonna get closer.
No, that'll reach.
Wait, I can hear you.
Oh, you can. You're good. Okay.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
good. So I don't have to lean in. So I'm Kimberly. I'm the new one. Been living here in Limestone County 10 years with my family. Who I have one teenager left at home. My daughter will be 18 in March. Yeah, March. Sorry. I'm also a dog mom and a cat mom and a chicken mom, and so I have a lot of birthdays to remember in my brain. But I've been married for 23 years to my husband,
Woohoo!
who is an Army veteran.
well, thank you for
and
his service.
Yes.
His dad and both his brothers and his grandfathers, and they were all military. They're all veterans. So
That's pretty cool.
On my side, I am the daughter of immigrants, and so my dad died as a Canadian citizen, so he never became an American citizen, although he did serve in the American Army for 4 years. So when they
that's pretty
allowed
cool.
that back then,
Yeah.
you know, and so that's
Yeah, you could
so
be an
he's a
immigrant,
vet.
and you could be an immigrant in the
You can be
military,
an immigrant and get on our in the
and you
military.
might not get citizenship
And-
out of it either.
You may not. Yeah. Well, he chose not to. So,
Right.
But you might. It's not guaranteed. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can serve in the military
And sometimes-
receive benefits.
And sometimes you can get the citizenship pushed through because of it, and sometimes it's denied.
Yep.
Which, honestly, I don't understand that part.
That makes no sense either.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
If you have put your life on the line for this country,
Country.
like where so many that are natural born haven't, you should
Yes.
absolutely be allowed to be a citizen.
Well, I'm
for
one of those
sure.
that I honestly think that if you can serve 2 years in Senate and you get full benefits for the rest of your
Yes.
life, so should veterans.
Absolutely. Without
you know,
question.
now I agree with that being a caveat that you have to have an honorable discharge. If it's other than honorable, if it's general, if it's anything but honorable discharge, I would accept that saying, no, you don't qualify.
Yep.
But if you
Yeah,
did an
exactly.
honorable service, whether you did 2 years or 25 years, I think you should have full benefits for the entire time. Because when you did sign that line, as we call it, you signed a blank check saying, I am willing to lay down my life for you, and everyone else. And just because they didn't cash the check didn't mean you didn't sign up for it. I literally asked my son, he's a U.S. Marine, he's a corporal, and I asked him yesterday, I said, oh, I haven't asked you, did you vote? And he said, oh, yeah, I voted. And he was one of ours for Nevada because he got to vote absentee ballot. And he said, it doesn't really matter. You know, like, I don't care who was elected. And I was like, you didn't care who, do you know who you're talking to? I'm like, hello. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't care? He goes, it doesn't matter to me. Whoever's the commander in chief is whoever's the commander in chief. I'm like, except for certain one wants to send you to war. The other one wants to make sure you're not in war. And he's like, well, it's kind of what I signed up for.
True.
And that is true. So he's like, he did vote for Trump. He said, I voted for Trump. But I really, when it comes down to the job itself, it makes no difference because whether they're going to war or not, and he is right, it's not just going to be Kamala sends everybody to war. It's a congressional decision. Mm-hmm. You know, the president might say, this is what I think we need to do. They vote on it. He says, okay, go. If everyone says, you're fucking batshit crazy, we're not doing that, then it's not going to go. And I guarantee you, any president, if they did something that was so batshit crazy, they're going to all be in another room doing the little 25th saying, get this fucker out of here. So he was right in that essence, is no one can just literally go, okay, I'm sending them all to war. There is a process to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Just the heightened part of it is her weakness, which would put us in that position for voting for whether we had to do something or not.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's
who's next?
move on.
You.
Oh, me?
If we're going in
Run
line.
in a circle.
I don't know what camera you're on now.
Circle.
Oh, I don't know.
But you need to find-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, it's Alicia.
You're on. No,
it's
you.
Alicia.
You.
Oh, it's me?
It,
Wait.
Yeah,
It's on you now.
it's on you.
It's all you, lady.
It's all me. Just as long as they're not going to
Are you gonna?
laugh at me.
Are you making this into a? Are you
Waiting.
making this segment into a sultry one? Thank you, veterans. We really appreciate your service.
All right, I can't do it. You're going to make me laugh.
They really like that. Thank
But
you.
I can if you want me to. All right, for real, though.
Okay,
Hi.
for 30 seconds, you could do that to your
no,
husband.
I don't know. I can't.
Honey, I
Oh,
want
wait.
to thank you for your service.
When you get home.
No,
Last
when I
night.
get home. No. When I get
When
home.
you
I'll-
get home.
No, that's when you add on last night.
Later. Okay, well, hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm...
Where's our cameraman?
I don't know. I am a mom to 3 teenage boys, married almost 20 years to an Army veteran.
Thank you for his service.
Yes. I do thank him for his service.
She waves that flag.
I sure do. You know it.
Do you need to take home my kimono?
Do you want it
And
back
Tori's
later?
pants.
Just wash it first.
My pants.
I'm gonna need you to wash it first.
I'm not gonna want these back.
No, you can keep those.
This is just a flash and it's gone. Like,
Is that when you can say I did it for my country?
I did it for my country. Oh, you can hear that. I did it for my country.
Okay.
All right, we gotta stop.
This
I
is
gotta
going
stop.
south.
This is going to sound hard.
Okay, your husband's better.
Yes, 3 teen boys, married almost 20 years. My dad was a veteran. My grandparents and my mom's biological dad, veterans. So yeah, I
Awesome.
was born and raised a Navy brat. Don't hold it against me. Swore I would never ever marry military. Never, ever.
but of course you did.
Of course I did. Of course I did. 20 years later, here we are. Can't really get rid of him. I got to train a whole new one if I do, and
Yeah.
I'm too old
Don't
for
don't
that.
do it. Don't. Single girl advises against
I'm
that.
just too old for that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
already trained. We're all good. We're all good.
Well, as my husband says, when somebody says to him, "Well, isn't the Marine Corps part of the Navy?" He's like, "Yeah, the men's department." Okay, so now, Alicia, it's all on you.
All on you.
Okay. I'm Alicia. I am a mama to 5 girls from the ages of 10 to 16. I've been married for almost 12 years. I'm a damn Yankee. I originally am from Maine, and I followed a boy down here, and it did not work out. But I decided to stay anyway, so now I'm a Southern damn Yankee, I guess. I don't know.
You're a Southern damn Yankee.
I never went home, so they can't be just a Yankee. I have to be a damn Yankee.
Well, I have to say that being that I'm a transplant from the West, I like the Southern damn Yankee. I mean, I'm a Northerner or a Southerner or a Westerner. I don't even.
We're wild,
What
wild
did
west.
they? Yeah, we're the wild
We
wild.
weren't
Boop.
even around when they were feud.
No, like where I was.
We packed up and headed west.
No, where I was in Nevada. Where I was in Nevada, that's better. Thank you. Where I was in Nevada, at Papago Park was where the base was, and it was involved in the Civil War. It was a holding cell for POWs. That's where they trained the POWs from both sides to Arizona, and they had a containment camp for them. And yeah, that was about their involvement.
Right.
Is
yeah.
we'll hold them for
It
you.
wasn't settled out there
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
so
No, they didn't do
yeah.
anything else other than that. So it was kind of interesting that is part of it. So anyway, that is everybody on the show. So this is Girl Talks. Like we're going to talks about it. Okay, Greta.
Talk.
Greta, say that.
Talk. I say talk.
Yeah,
With
she's
a W.
She's gonna talk.
And we'll
We're
talk.
gonna talk about
Mine's
it.
got a W, not a U, because I can say that, but like the facial expressions I make when I say that, like trying to make myself
Talks?
say talks. Yeah,
Well,
like
I do it
I have to really think
Kind of looks
about
like
it.
you're gonna throw up.
Yeah,
Talks
yeah.
about it.
Like I have, and there's a lot of thought going on up there. Like the wheels are spinning. So yeah, I just say it in my little Southern girl voice.
Okay, so a little recap for the week is as for all of us, the elections happened this week. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm a little disappointed in some on the right who are spreading bullshit. One in particular, you know how much I am about mental health and sobriety and stuff like that. And there's a girl who is in a blue shirt. She's got some jacked up teeth, whatever. I have beautiful teeth, but yeah, I paid for these because I had
too.
jacked up teeth. So
10 grand for stupid teeth.
yeah,
What the
yeah,
hell?
yeah. Oh, let's not
Not
even.
okay.
Let's
Not
not even go
okay.
there. Mine were $48,000.
Oh, shiznit.
Yeah,
They look really great.
but mine don't
though.
come out.
When
Mine
we get
don't either.
viral, I'm
Mine are
getting new
stuck.
teeth.
How-
When we make a million, I'm getting new
Is it
teeth.
couple teeth or all of them?
Mine is the four front ones are fake, and then the side ones next to those are glued onto my eye teeth.
Okay.
So 4 are for real
pretty well.
fake. and
Okay,
then
so
2 are
that explains
bonded
why
to it.
yours were 10 grand. Mine were almost 50 because they're literally all of them. Like all my teeth were taken out, and I you know, one of the funny thing is about having the teeth done. This is a little side note, but when I had that done, so right here on this side, I had a missing tooth back from when I did kickboxing. And when they were doing my impressions and making the decision about it, I said, "Can you have that tooth not in there?" And he looks at me. He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I damn straight earned that missing hole, because that was a kick to the face and the whole tooth went out." And he was like, "Okay." And my husband goes, "No."
They asked me if I wanted to keep my gap. I'm like, why the hell would I want to keep my gap? I had braces when I was a teenager to get rid of it. Stupid me didn't wear my retainer and that came back.
Oh, me
But
too,
no,
me too.
no. I don't want it back.
No, I mean mine's.
If I'm
coming
paying
back.
10 grand for damn teeth, I don't want
I don't want to buy.
I want Hollywood teeth if I'm paying for these fucking teeth. I don't think so.
Kidding. Oh
But
my
then
God,
it still left a
that's
nice
funny.
story when somebody be like, I had a missing hole, but my husband just was like, no.
No.
I fuss at my mom because she let me take medication as a child, and they told her this medication will make her teeth come in yellow. Oh, it was for acne. It was for adolescent acne. I could have lived with the acne instead of a lifetime of yellow teeth. Like, Mom, what were you thinking? Your smile's the first thing people see about you.
Absolutely.
Right,
But-
right. Exactly.
I have yellow teeth.
So anyway, back to that. See how we squirrel?
Please, squirrel.
I told you
Shiny
squirrel
thing.
talk.
It is. It's squirrel talk.
Squirrel talk. I told you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You're
we,
squirrels.
we might be changing the name to Squirrel Talk. But anyway, somebody posted a video of her talking about, look at what they've done. Look at the derangement syndrome. Look at how, just because Trump was elected. And it was her going in the kitchen saying, okay, I'm going to do this today. I'm just going to get the dishes done. And then she did the really loud scream. And she got really vocal and really emotional about it. And you could see it just all come out of her. When she did that video, it was several years ago, and it was about mental health. It was about walking in, and sometimes, because if you see the beginning part of that video, she's talking about sometimes I just can't keep it together. And sometimes I just want to give up. And the inner part of me has to scream and let it all out and get it all out so that I can function. So I can do the dishes, so I can do the laundry, so I can do whatever. And I was so disgusted seeing them posting her picture, especially because I've been following this girl for a long time. And I'm like, that's not what that's about.
Yeah, that's
That was her talking literally
That's
about
a whole different monster.
that is, and
mean-
you're turning people into monsters.
Yeah, I mean, depression. I mean, that's a huge thing. And sometimes you can't get out of bed. You can't get up and take a shower.
The dishes, everything just piles up.
Well,
Like,
and the way I
laundry,
see that is,
yeah,
everything,
everything.
and
And to be deceptive in that.
yeah, yeah.
I've seen a video
Yeah.
that was originally meant for mental health and trying to twist it into like election
That's disgusting.
result. That is like beyond psychotic.
I
Yeah.
think that's
That's just
that.
disgusting.
Well, because
It's very
she's
disgusting.
already has a mental condition, of course.
right.
So, how do you know anytime you're dealing with somebody how far over the edge they already are? Like, are you now trying to push them to the next level? You know, what if she sees that, and what if she starts getting bullied from it? What if she starts getting death threats? What if she starts getting online and I'm
Trolls.
And I was
Right,
I
right.
was literally disgusted when I saw it, and I posted, people, do your research before you talk shit and you spread lies and you spread things. We talk about the left being liars and the left spreading false information. I see it so much on the right myself. Like, do your research and make sure that what you're sharing is factual.
Yes.
What you're sharing is accurate. One I saw yesterday, and it was going quite around in groups I'm in and stuff, and it was about that the generals are working on a coup against, and I'm like, okay, let me see. I started
Type it
researching
in,
it,
research.
and I'm looking for where was, because they're showing an
where are we
image
finding this?
of some general in a microphone doing this speech, and then said what they were. You can't find that anywhere. And then I came back and I said, okay, I did a search of that image itself, and that was from forever ago. And he was speaking to Congress. You know, come
Yeah.
on, people. Like, don't spread a bunch of crap. You know, a recap
keep it
for the
all in
week
context.
is
That's how I win all my arguments, because before I get into it, I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right. Check it real quick. Look it up on my phone. Google's your friend, people.
Google is your
Google's
friend.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
absolutely.
all right, now I have an argument because what I thought is actually true and what you're saying is bull. But nobody puts the effort in to try to do anything about that.
No.
They
No.
just take it and run with it because it seems cool, or it'll make you fit in more, or whatever the stupid shit is.
well,
Right.
Well,
like
that's what it is everybody has become so, us as a society, how often do we actually meet in person with each other and get connected that way? So everything is so inflamed. People search out those echo chambers of people that they can connect with. So somebody who's in that same state of mind sees that video and thinks they need to act upon it because it's resonated inside of them, where in fact they really do need help too.
right, right.
And it is on both sides, because like everybody really needs to take accountability for what they are passing around and sharing. Do your research, find out the facts, because there is some truth in the foundation of where that story came from.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
need to find those facts,
Facts.
and
Right,
then
right.
present them in the correct content.
Well,
Yes,
and, I mean,
absolutely.
just like I don't remember who it was that I was watching, but they were talking about how disgusting it was that right after I think it was on the left. I think it was on The View or something, but they were talking about how vile it was that people were sharing images of The Simpsons with Kamala Harris or Donald Trump named it. I don't remember which one of it. Oh, they were talking about Donald Trump or something. and it was on the right. It was on Fox, and I was like, because I think that the caption on the bottom said, Simpsons haven't been wrong yet.
They haven't. That's another rabbit hole.
And I'm like,
that's a
I'm
whole-
like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, I get it, but did you not see the same meme going around about Kamala?
Oh yeah.
So let's call a spade a spade. Don't call out the people doing it about Trump in the casket on The Simpsons and then not say this also went around.
Like we all saw
On the
that
other
one.
side.
The purple dress and the
Yeah. I mean, come on.
exactly.
Let's
exactly.
call it what it really
Yes,
is,
yes.
and let's be transparent.
Yes.
Like, don't call out one side and then just pretend this
That it
didn't
didn't
happen
happen.
over here. Because we're impervious to doing bad. We're impervious to spreading lies or
Everybody
fake
sucks.
news. For real.
well, you got to do your research to get the truth because the media is not going to give us the truth.
Oh
ever.
no.
no,
Absolutely
no.
not.
Ever.
And
the media, the news. Oh man.
and
Well, there is no fair and balanced anymore, so we have to become the fair and
Balanced.
balanced. And
Well-
because there's extremities in every cause, in every like platform. There's extremities. Like the Middle Easterns aren't the only extremists on the planet. I mean, there's
Yeah.
extreme left, there's extreme right, there's middle left, there's middle right, there's, so. But it seems like the more reactive something is, the more it gets peddled.
Right. Well, and we have a polarized society.
Yes.
And we have very polarized news sources. And part of that is we have to get our sources from elsewhere, but I personally, I don't believe live in an echo chamber. If you only go to Rumble to get all your information, you're not going to know at all what the other side is talking about or doing. I don't like The View. I think they're disgusting. I think the two that are conservatives are have zero backbone because you wouldn't have me on that show.
Well, I think you said it. They signed something saying that they wouldn't fight back. But
They had to.
they had to. They wouldn't have hired them. Like they
Right.
need them to be a little more
fair.
To give
Yeah.
give
But-
the illusion of
The-
fairness.
the drunken right.
Yeah, exactly.
What
But
it is.
but
they're
their contract straight up tells them
Yeah.
what they can and cannot
Oh,
do.
I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure there's
absolutely.
somebody in the background that if they start really pushing, their mic
sign-
goes dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
sure
they'll
they
all
cut
get a
their
stop
mic.
sign or something.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay,
There's some sort of sign on the side.
The sign that says you're fired.
yeah. Is it held up by a cutout of Trump?
Yeah, I think his face is underneath it. Like,
Right, yeah, you're fired.
Yes.
But I mean, look at what they did to Sharon Osbourne. Are you all familiar with what happened with
Oh
that?
yeah. I
Like,
remember.
look what happened with her. And all she was doing is saying, I stand by my friend. I know him. He is not a racist. Saying that Meghan Markle is a liar does not make you a racist. And we have gotten in this country on one side. If you disagree at all, you're a racist. Just based on their
Or
color.
sexist.
Or
yeah.
or homophobic or transphobic, or whatever the phobic is,
Yeah.
whatever the
Whatever's
phobia
trending.
is, whatever's
Whatever's trending.
whatever's
Yeah.
trending that 30 seconds.
whatever they want to push on you.
Exactly. So you're not allowed to disagree with anybody because of that. I mean, yes, okay. In this room we're 5 white women. But it doesn't mean I don't have an opinion or a thought or can see something from somebody else's side.
Right.
Absolutely.
We just aren't. But I'm also not going to put a DEI ad out saying I need a black commentator. You know, if nobody responded to my ad that was. If they were, I would have met with them. I would have talked with them, and I would have included them if they wanted to be a part of the show. So you can't, but at the same time, that's behind the scenes. What somebody else will say is, oh, look, it's a bunch of racist white women.
or white privilege.
Sitting down there in Alabama, just thinking that they,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
and that's, I've thought about that actually. I did the other day.
And at the same time,
that's how it would be perceived by certain groups.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't
it's
want to
not.
specifically go and find somebody
Right.
to fill
Fill
that,
that
spot,
spot.
Yes.
just so that we can make sure that we filled that spot.
right.
Yeah, then it's not natural.
No,
It's forced.
I legally have enough Indian blood in me, so we're
There you go.
we're good.
Do you have,
why you're
do you
so
have,
tan,
do you
Greta?
have more than Pocahontas?
More
Not-
than Pocahontas?
Not the real Pocahontas.
Oh, I was like,
The other one.
I was so confused.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
Yeah.
How many Pocahontases are there?
The political Pocahontas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
0.0013395%.
Oh my God.
I something.
I do have to say that this is so funny. So I have an aunt. I'm not going to say her. Well, I will. Fuck it. I don't care. I love her to death. I do. She's batshit crazy. She's nuts. She
think we
changed.
all have those in our
she
family.
changed her.
I think so.
I think it's required.
It has to
Every
be.
family has to have a crazy
me.
I
aunt.
would be.
I'm the
one.
crazy aunt.
I'm pretty far out there.
Exactly. So her name is Dorothy. That's what she was named. But she believes that she's Indian, so she changed her name legally to Windflower.
Nice.
Okay.
She's I think she's in her 90s now. She's my dad's sister, and she's all about the environmentalists. She's part of the Sierra Club. She crackers, okay? She has gone to my dad's house in Tahoe and stayed when my dad went out of town for something. And he comes back and she's sitting in his living room with a hoodie on, a winter cap, a scarf and jacket, and like sitting in a chair just shaking. And she's completely covered. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, "Well, using power is bad for the environment." So she shut off his heat. Well,
Okay, I'm not that kind
which,
of
No.
which ensued to busting a pipe because it froze.
It froze,
He's
yeah.
in Lake Tahoe where it freezes.
It will freeze.
And he's like, "You just cost me a whole bunch of money. Turn on the
No.
fucking heat.
Yeah.
Like, this is stupid." And so needless to say, she nuts.
She's loony.
And she's, if you called her Windflower or Dorothy, my dad called her Dot, and it's Windflower, and she would go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
that far.
she would
No.
wear some funky clothes, some feathers, these things, that thing. And when I asked her one time, I'm like, "So, how come you think we're Indian?" And she's like, "So back in the day, when they were coming across the prairies, and there was Indians, and my grandmother had very red hair. It's where my red hair comes from. Is from my grandma, and so apparently Indians came through and they burned, pillaged, raped, and killed everybody, except for my great 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 grandmother, and
Just
the-
the one person.
Right, just the one.
Okay.
And it was because she has red hair and green eyes. That is a folklore in Indian legends. If a woman with red hair, green eyes is called the fire goddess. So they do have a high respect for that. And I witnessed it myself when I was a police officer, straight up. Another story for another day. But she fed them. She cooked for them and fed them. She was not scared of them. She did not run from them. And I'm sure there was others that survived. I'm sure she was not like, can you
only
move?
one?
Can you move that body? And here's a
Scoot
plate.
it over.
You know,
Scoot it over.
Did you want blood or ketchup on your eggs? You know,
Because right now it's blood, and I'm gonna need you to move.
yeah. I don't think that's how that went.
But
But
according to her, that's how it went.
from that story became that she was raped by the Indians and then bared children. So our lineage then
Sure.
became Indian from that point on.
Okay.
And all the environmentalist things, that's just her being a little cuckoo on top of it. So when my dad passed away in 2018, she came to the funeral and she read a poem about my dad and his racing. It was actually really sweet and really cute. And we're talking at the reception, and she goes, "Do you know what the kids got me for Christmas?" I'm like, "No." And she goes, "They got me a genealogy DNA kit." And I was like, "Oh," and she goes, "You won't believe what it said." And I'm like, "That you're not in there."
Wildflower?
She goes, "Not even a 0%."
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And I'm dying laughing.
I would have to say, that's awesome, Wildflower.
Are we still going by Wildflower? Because I think we need to
Hey,
fix that.
get it right. It's windflower.
Wildflower.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry.
She got me on
Dandelion.
Wildflower.
I did. I did.
I'm
Sorry.
going to say, though, if I'm going to change my
I'm bad
name
with
to
names. I'm bad.
if I'm going to change my name to an Indian name, I like Wildflower.
Wildflower.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I like the Wildflower one. So anyway, that
She had 0%. You have 0%, though. Just say it.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
'cause
I got
yeah.
I got my husband one of those kits for Christmas a few years back. His dad ended up was adopted, so he didn't know anything
Right.
about his history and everything. And right before his dad passed a few years back, I was going to do one for the both of them, but then I waited too long. His dad passed. I couldn't do for him. I really wanted him to find out who he was. His dad, my father.
Interjecting for 1 second, did you know that when they die, if they take blood right then, they can do it, they can hold it and do the DNA after you're dead?
I didn't think about that.
I didn't find out till my dad was already in the ground. I'm like, I don't think it's wise
I
to
know,
just
right? Jeez.
ask him to pull
Don't
it
look at me in
out.
that tone of voice. But I know, right? But I got it for my husband, and I know he's watching because I see his on the thing. He so badly wants to be Viking. He looks like a Viking. He acts like a Viking. He wanted to name our youngest son Tanek.
Tanek?
Yeah, I don't want. That was a whole nother story.
I'm glad you won that.
Sorry. Sorry.
That was a fight.
I'm sure your son's glad you
Yeah,
won that.
I'm
He
glad
wants
you
to
won.
change his name to Tanek
Oh.
because he thinks it's cool. But he's 14, so you know.
Okay.
But no, he did the DNA test, and he is all the way New England. All of it, New England. That's his little bitty spot right there, New England. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Well, you can tell him if he wants the next time they come to visit, he can meet a real Viking.
Yeah, there you go.
Because my exchange daughter Emma, her dad is 100% Viking,
That's awesome.
That's
and
awesome.
he's a chef. He owns a restaurant in Denmark,
That's cool.
and not anywhere near Copenhagen. They're in Aalborg, but my daughter Mackenzie, my husband's daughter, but she's my daughter. Talk of her and her significant other getting married. They want to have a Viking wedding. And I'm like, well, that'd be cool. We could have it here and have an actual Viking as the chef
That's
for
the
your
chef.
dinner.
Yeah.
So cool.
And she's like, oh, can we do the whole, like all the costumes and everything else? So I told Emma, when Emma was just here visiting, and I told her, and she said, that would be so cool. My dad would totally do it. Horns and all. And I said, that would be kind of a cool wedding.
It
She
really
goes,
would.
it definitely
It
has
would.
to be in late fall or winter because the clothes are really fucking hot.
Yes.
Can we have the
Winter,
show on the side? Just,
Oh, no.
Commentate on the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be
And
a
the
whole,
bride
what are
is
you
walking
wearing?
down the aisle.
Yes. Like, y'all got the wedding going on. We're just over here on the side, just commentating.
And here come the first bridesmaids in all the fur.
In the fur. Yes. All the fur.
All the fur. Okay, the groomsmen. They are walking. They are very stoic. Nobody is making any emotions.
Check out the boots.
Somebody.
With the fur.
The fur.
Look at those
I'm like, that shape, that, and then I start dancing.
With the fur.
Who's got the axe and who's got the hammer?
There you go.
And all that fine bone jewelry.
Yes.
The earrings on the bride hang down past her shoulders.
Those must be
How
heavy.
far back are we going?
Yeah.
Her earlobes do not look comfortable.
I mean, how far back are we going in the Viking culture?
I think it should be where everyone's still alive when we leave.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
That's good.
We're not in We're not.
0 stars. Would not recommend. Everybody die.
Would not recommend this theme. Would not.
The best part is we'll have you guys in a box on the side, so you'll be like, "We lived."
We're good. And the commentator boss.
Massacre out there.
The whole thing is covered in blood, but we're okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're good. And our boots with the fur.
It was interesting.
Which are
to
also Uggs.
That's because back when you were Vikings, they just said, ugh, ugh.
That makes sense. Never thought about that.
Oh, wait, I think that goes a little further back.
That's a little further back, I think.
I think that's Neanderthal.
Yep, just a little bit.
Something like that. Okay, so now.
What topic are we supposed to be on? Because I know we are way past.
Oh yeah, no, we're off topic. Where are we
We're
supposed
way
to
out.
be?
We're-
We had an outline today. We did.
We did. We're sort of on. We're
supposed-
behind about one.
Okay,
so
we were supposed to talk
actually
about
doing okay.
veterans.
Where's our timer thing? Yeah.
Squirrel.
We need it.
It's right here. I'm just not going to apparently use it. That's all.
It's just there for you to look at. For
We're supposed to talk
Just
about the
there-
different in
just don't
Veterans
give it-
Day and Memorial Day. Because
Okay, so-
that one.
whoever said people don't get that is so right.
Don't.
That is very true.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, so this is our next segment, veterans. So as you can see, I mean, my introduction was about being a veteran, and kind of everybody else
Mine
talked
wasn't,
about
but-
the little bits of their veteran stuff too. But my whole family are veterans. My daddy was a Korea War veteran. I was married. My first husband was a Marine. My son is a Marine. He's now a federal marshal. My other son's a Marine, active duty right now. I have a son that's a police officer in Galveston, Texas, and he is in the National Guard. My daughter was married to a Marine, and now she's going to be married to a different Marine, probably in the next year or two or so. And we have a son that's in the academy to become a Marine when he graduates college. Who am I missing? My brother's a Marine. My nephew is a Marine. My dad and I are the only ones that apparently had brains because they didn't fit in the jar. It's too big. The rest of them eat crayons. And,
Marine joke.
I'm very much about our service members. My best friend is also a Marine, Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Service in our family. If you could see the pictures right behind your head, but I don't think we can do that camera there. I'll show them another day, but above their head over there, somebody, are Goddards. Anybody that knows Goddard pictures, because my husband left the camera mover over there. But I have 3 Goddards up on the wall, and one says Semper Fi, it's a Marine. The other one is all of our vets, because all of Goddards have some kind of green olive or an olive in his paintings. And then the last one's donut shops. So they're all representing our military and our veterans. So I am very much about our vets. And I own a nonprofit for veterans called Vic's Ranch. And we teach different art techniques of all sorts to combat PTSD and prevent suicide. And we do paint parties, we do woodworking parties, we do, you name it, pretty much we do it. And if we don't, and you ask, I will go figure the fuck out. Because I think that
It's important.
That is,
You need
It's
a
so
place
important.
to do that, because if you don't have an outlet or something to work towards, something to go for, something to accomplish, especially the vets, the retirees are a big one, because you get a lot of the older retirees or the forced retirees. They only have ever done this job or
Right.
this job or
Right.
this job. Been
Right.
had a goal, had a purpose, had a way to go, had a line to stay in. And now that if they're retired, forced retired, whatever,
They have nothing.
They're just thrown
they have
out with
nothing.
nothing to-
Right. And
Yeah,
even the
go
ones that have
towards.
like maybe a job or something lined up on the outside, they still need that other
Structure.
purpose.
They
It
don't
needs
have
a
the structure.
Yes.
Right.
They need that structure. They need that line to stay on. So if they have that goal, a paint, something to paint, something to put together, something to woodworking, soldering, what is it, metalwork?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything along, something that takes a while to get done, to get, accomplished, to get, put all that focus into. If they don't have
to get
that
and
focus-
also sometimes to get your aggressions out,
Yes.
know, like so how it came about in the first place is my dad had his stroke, and I was in the hospital with my dad. I spent 6 weeks nonstop with my dad in the hospital, and then to the rehab, and then when he passed away, I moved into their house and stayed with them when my dad moved to hospice at the house. And one day we were watching the news, it was on, and it was talking about veterans and the 22 a day. And my dad already knew I was wanting to start a nonprofit. I was looking at something like horse therapy or something for disabled people. I wasn't sure, but I wanted to do something to give back. I wanted to do something for somebody. And yeah, my current husband is a Marine. I know that. That's a comment. My husband obviously put that down. Your current husband is a Marine. Yes.
You said that. You said that. In your
I said
intro.
that at the very beginning. So apparently, since I said my ex-husband, my sons, I left my husband out in that last little one.
Oh.
I love you, honey.
But you said that before, though.
But I already said it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're watching that, and that's when my dad looks up at me and he goes, "That's what you need to do. You need to do something to stop that." And then my dad passed away, and we started our nonprofit. And it was little things, like we had a group of different soldiers and Marines, just people we knew that had come over with me while my husband was at work and stuff. And we had a glass breaking day. And I just had a bunch of different types of glass. I had hammers and I had safety goggles and
Oh, like a rage
buckets,
room.
like a rage room, but
Those
it was
are so
outside.
fun.
And we were all just going to break glass and separate it. And I had made little tiny mosaic paper printouts of like a flower and some different things so we could put them on a piece of wood. And I had all the grout and all the stuff that we needed for it. And make like a little gift for your mom or your wife or your daughter or something small, something little. And one of the Marines there, I will never name his name. He doesn't mind me telling this story, but he doesn't want to be named. And out of the blue, like I had a lot of wine bottles and stuff. He broke a wine bottle and he literally took it to his throat and cut his throat. Not bad, just enough to cause a little bit of blood. And he said, "I'm not going to be here anymore. I'm not going to come here. This is it." And because we were all vets, not one of us did the, "Oh man, no, don't do it. It's okay. Like everything will be better." We all just stopped what the fuck we were doing, and we grabbed a big, huge hammer and handed it to him. And the guys just started throwing shit at him. Break it, break it, break it. And he just started. And I mean, he had a bat, he had a hammer, and he just started breaking. None of us broke anything. He broke everything. He shattered everything. He just started bashing stuff into the ground, and he was beating it up. And to the point, I'm going to try to get through this without crying. So
Tears are allowed.
forgive me if I do. To the point that he ended up on his knees and his hands, and he cut him on some of the glass. And he said, "This is how I feel. I feel shattered." And he goes, "That's why." And he goes, "So you guys don't know, but my wife left yesterday. Took my kids and said she's never going to let me see them again. And it was because of his PTSD. He was so out of control. He was drinking himself to death. and he was probably pretty violent and aggressive with his family. And okay, I'm going to try to get it together. And none of us pitied him. None of us did the woe is me. We didn't look at him like that. I had a big, huge, you know, those big round spools for cabling.
Oh yeah.
I had one of those over on the side. And I had already made a template for it for the top to make it for my husband with the EGA on top and then the bottom with yellow footprint. So I'd already made all the templates for it. And we all, like, they'd all seen it. They knew what I was working towards. And so we ran over and, like, nobody's talking to him. They're just letting him just continue doing what he was doing. He was still breaking some stuff. He would kind of come out of it. But we went and got that spool. We rolled it over there. One of the guys went in and got the templates and we put it all on there. And everybody's like going through and separating all the colors of all the broken glass. And together, all of us built that table. And it didn't go to my husband. We gave it to him. And when we were done with it, he said, "Oh my God, this is so profound." Because that was me. I was shattered like all that broken glass. And look at what we did. Look at how we put it back together. And now it's beautiful.
Beautiful story.
Needless to say,
Thank you for sharing that.
he gave that table to his parents. They burned his suicide note together.
Good.
He got help. He
you go.
does that now for other vets. And his wife and his kids are all back together.
Doesn't make me cry. Stop.
And he has another baby.
That's amazing.
It's what
That's
drives
amazing.
what I do.
Yeah.
It may be the only story I ever get out of doing that.
But it's enough.
It's enough.
It's a big one.
It's a big one because every single day and more, we have vets that are on the brink of losing everything. And it's why I always tell people, and I still do it to this day, if I don't know you and I walk by you, male, female, I don't care who you are, if you're homeless, if you're on, I always smile and I always say, "God bless you. Have a good day." I always try to give blessings to people because you don't know if that one kind word is the thing that will bring you forward. And it's why I'm so against people that say those horrible, mean, nasty things left or right to someone else. Because you don't know if today is their last day.
I have no idea.
Right.
You have no, and what may be a molehill to us may be a mountain to someone else. Don't judge their don't judge their fight because
Because you have no idea.
you have no idea.
Right.
Like you might be like, well, that's not a big deal. Yeah, it is to them.
To
To
them,
them it is.
Yes. Like I do that too. I mean, not that exactly, but I will walk by somebody or I'll smile and say, you know, "Oh, that's a cute shirt," or "I love those shoes," or "Those earrings are really cool," or anything. I mean, just something. Just notice something.
Sometimes people
yeah.
just need a compliment.
Right. And,
And
my
you know-
kids are always like,
And
"Why
you
are
see
always
them light
talking to
up. You
people?"
can
My kids
tell
think
they
I'm
needed
so
that.
weird for doing that.
Yeah, my kids think I'm weird. They're like, "Why are you always saying stuff to people?"
Thinking you're hitting on them.
I drug my mom
No.
back to a lady one time, and like my mom was so mad at me. But we walked off, and my mother was like, "I loved her hair," and I was like, "Come on, I'm gonna go tell her." And she was so mad at me. She was like, "Why are you doing this?" I was like, "Because she might need to hear that today."
Right.
And if you said it to me, you should say it to her.
Right. I mean,
Absolutely.
and somebody said it to me once. I don't know what I did to my hair, but somebody said, "Your hair looks incredible today." That lit me up for 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. I was on like cloud 9 for that one compliment.
Well, and sometimes
And
you
I
can
didn't
just
really
see
need it,
when
but-
you walk by
Yeah.
somebody, you can just see in their face like they might not have any expression. They
Right.
might not be like, but if you see like almost blankness, like there's nothing
You can see their aura. Whether
You can
Yeah.
you
send
can
it or
see
not.
something.
You can sense
and
it.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And if you just say, "Hey, I love your hair," or "Hey, I like your
Anything.
hat," "Hey, I
Yes.
like your shirt," whatever it is, make up some shit, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't
But
even have to be cute shoes.
say something nice to
don't know.
another
Yeah.
person that you don't know, and it will light up their day.
Oh,
It will make their day. I've seen those videos out where there's a video that pops around with these guys that buy flowers and they just walk by women
They're
as
like,
they're
hold
walking
this so I
by.
can tie my shoe.
And then they're like, "It's for you," and then
Yeah.
and they're like, you know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Have
Yeah.
you seen the guys that like yell at the window like they're catcalling but like positive? Like, girl, you look like you know how to do your taxes. Or something, or you know how to budget correctly or stuff like that.
and I'll also like, you know, you see somebody just kind of looking down, and I make them make eye contact with me sometimes just to give them a smile. You know, like like
yeah.
like I'll just kind of stand there, you know, until just
Well,
and
because
just
there
smile.
are those people who, when you say it to them, one, they might be in such a really negative space that they don't think you're even talking to them.
Oh yeah.
And they won't acknowledge you. And I'll be like, "No, you."
Green shirt, right?
Yeah.
Green shirt with the flowers on it. It's
Yes.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
love your shirt. I
Yes.
love your shirt, or I love your whatever. And I see the change in people's reaction, and I that's what we need to start.
You
is
see
a
their-
right movement
their
of
demeanor
Pep stop up.
positivity.
Yeah, like,
Their whole
it's like,
demeanor changes.
thanks.
Yeah,
It does.
About my hair, 3 days. 3
Yeah.
days. I was on a high. I
Wait.
was like, man,
This
Look
is
at
how you do
this.
3?
I don't know.
3 days?
I don't know.
I do that too. It's
It's-
1, 2, 3.
Three,
No, it's
4,
1,
5,
2, 3.
No, it's 1,
4,
2,
5.
1, 2,
4,
3.
5.
One-
This is 1, 2, 3,
4,
No,
5.
wait.
Yeah.
No,
1, 2,
no.
3,
It's
4,
one,
5.
It's
2,
1,
3,
2,
4, 5.
Yeah.
No,
4,
no.
5.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One. Well, it depends.
I can't do that.
Sometimes.
My hands won't do that.
This is it. No, we were just me and my kids were just talking about that. Like, I felt like I was doing 4 for something, and I was like, I feel like it's going weird. And my kids like, you're bending your fingers.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
My
I
mother-
have one weird
No.
finger, so.
Right.
My finger.
I have 10 weird fingers.
Okay, we're getting back on track here.
I did a lot of sign language in high school and in college, and I went to.
I did too. That's why the thumb.
Right, the thumb, yes. And then, so I still have some of it. And you'll see me do some of it sometimes out of the blue. And my boys are like, "Why are you doing that?" I was like, "I don't know."
I do
muscle
it too.
memory." Yeah.
Most of mine's all medical from when I was a paramedic. So I took a medical ALS class. So
Yeah.
it's what is hurting? Where is it hurting now?
Yes. Yes.
Is it your
Does
stomach?
Does it hurt now? Where does it hurt? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And I'm like, I can't really have a conversation with you unless you're in pain.
Right. Like when you were poking at Cash or something, and he was like, "Mom, stop!" Like I wanted to look at you and be like, "Mom, stop!
Stop.
Mom, stop!" He's saying, "Mom, stop!" But, my boys are like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Well, you can utilize
20 years, I don't
you
know.
can utilize that skill now, because now that we're on the show and when someone else is talking, you can be like, "Shut the fuck up." It's
Now,
you're done.
Yeah, I try with my kids.
I just tell them they're gonna have their throats cut.
I try to teach my kids so I can like yell at them like across the room, because teenage boys don't listen to you.
Let's
ever.
get back to all that positivity.
Oh yes,
Positive.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You know,
so sorry.
no,
That's not
I said, tell people they're wonderful, they're beautiful. I'm gonna fucking cut your throat.
Get off. You better
Shut
quit.
up.
Okay, so wait, being the military mom, do you ever knife hand your kids?
All the time.
All the time.
All the
My
time.
boys
This
are like,
is
what
how
are
you
you
point.
doing? You don't point
If I'm
like
really,
this.
really serious about it, it turns to the gun.
Ooh, yes.
If I'm just
I'm
giving
the
you,
fingers,
if
though.
I'm
I
just
don't think I
giving,
point.
Oh, I'm always like, you better stop. 'Cause I'm always done with it. Done with your crap.
if I'm
Okay.
if I'm serious, it's.
I felt that.
But if I'm
gonna have to
really
tell me I'm pretty
serious,
now.
it goes to the 2-finger gun point.
I'll behave, I swear.
I mean, I don't go.
Right.
You don't pull
Like,
the
there's
trigger.
a bunch of things from growing up being military, married military. it's a whole thing. It's like I was working at a teen center and we were doing something. I said, "All right, guys, make a hole. We need to, make room. Make a hole." And somebody goes, "Are you prior service?" I was like, "No, grew up in it, married to it. I don't know, just
Make a hole.
Make a
just,
hole.
Just make a hole.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I was trying to separate.
You may as well be.
things.
Like it's all you've ever known.
I've only been
I-
a civilian.
I
like
do
4
think-
years of my whole life.
I do think that we should start a new saying: once a military wife, always a military wife.
Girl.
Once a Marine wife, always a Marine wife. I mean, like when you've
Holy
been
cow,
around
are you
that for that long,
serious?
like it's ingrained, it's embedded, it's
The lifestyle.
I mean, right? My mom still
is.
does it. She was. I mean, my dad retired when I was 17. I'm not even close to 17 anymore. But
oh, I thought you were like 20.
I am 23. 23.
But you've been married 20 years.
Ooh, that's
It's been a minute.
Please tell me your husband was 5.
He was 6. A little bit of an age difference. No, but like my mom still does it. She'll be like, she doesn't knife hand, but she'll say things like make a hole or I can't even think of one, but she'll say things and she's like, "All right, let's go. Well, you got to be there 23, not 2300, so it's late, but
I
Yeah.
mean, I still use all
like
military
1500,
time.
hurry up.
And now, are you like me? If we're in a group of people, a crowd of people, and like somebody, like maybe it's whoever the host or somebody that's trying to get everybody's attention, and they're like, "Hey, can I get?" I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
everybody, she's trying to talk here."
To get the person like, "Excuse me, ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can I have your attention?"
I'm like,
"Hey, knock it off." She's talking.
"Heads up,
Heads up. That's a
she's got something to say,"
yo.
and they're like, "Okay."
Sorry.
That's not annoying at all. Okay,
I do
so we're gonna wrap up here real quick. We have a couple birthdays this last week, so just real quick, Donna had a birthday. Happy birthday, Donna!
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Donna.
You're now in the 54 club. And
Yeah, girl.
my dad would say put a 3 in front of it and call it a 354. But anyway, someone else had a birthday too. Who else had a birthday?
My twins today.
Your
is their
twin. I
birthday.
thought you said I thought last week you told us your twin was having a
My
No,
birthday.
her twins.
Her one
twin.
twin. not her.
Yeah, it was funny when she
She
said.
goes,
That's
"It's my
possible.
twin's birthday."
That's possible.
It is. It is possible.
possible
It really
to have
is.
two twin-
I was like, I
two
didn't know you
birthdays.
had a twin. She goes,
You
"Yeah,
have
it's just
one
my
born
twin's
before
birthday."
midnight, one born after
Yeah.
midnight.
Cor-
That is
correct, correct.
possible.
Which I
true.
thought was funny, but that's not
No,
where we were
But
going
I
with
was
it.
shocked.
got
No,
twins.
I was way blonde. It's blonde.
I
over
had
there,
2
I
sets
swear.
of twins, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
So
Kind of.
Like,
Is that like kind of pregnant?
no. See, well, when I
Don't
met
do
my
that.
husband, he had a daughter from a previous marriage, and I had a daughter from a previous marriage. But they are born on the same day, the same year, 4 hours apart. One was born in Florence, and one was born in Decatur.
okay.
So they're my fake twins.
So they're
So you're fake.
so they're
twins.
fake twins.
They're my
Okay.
fake
Like-
twins.
Okay, so that explains why they do not look alike.
Yes.
Because I was like, that's even beyond the fraternal twin thing. Like,
Yeah, no. They don't look alike at all. And then my real twins, so my fake twins prepared me for the real twins. They just turned 10 today.
Okay.
today.
Today.
Happy
Oh.
birthday.
But you had like some crazy wild like garage party for them.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
it looked like it was a
awesome.
lot
That
of
was
fun.
We did Chuck E. Cheese, and we had sleepovers, and they got to do face masks, and then the little things, because Esme says that there's bags under her eyes.
Oh,
So she
Bless.
needed to fix it.
at 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
Well,
remember being so wrinkly at 10.
So just so you know, if you ever want to have a paint party for one of the kids or something, bring all their friends. That's one of the things my company does. Is we provide. There's a fee, obviously. But then everything's provided for you, including you have a few choices of what designs you want to have. They got an easel, they got their canvas, and me as the teacher, I teach them how to do it, and then they paint their thing. One of the funnest ones is you can do it 2 different directions. Best friends, paint your friend. or paint your spouse. They're hilarious because you both sit on either sides of each other. And
can't
you
do
can
that.
look at each other and you paint your spouse. We help you to get the design and help you to get a nose and stuff. They're not meant to look great. They're not meant to be, I mean, they're
Are
probably
stick figures okay?
I don't think Cash could. I don't think he could paint me.
they're probably
he could.
you'd never know. They're
don't
not. They're not meant to be like masterpieces. They could be a Picasso, but but they're kind of fun, and kids really love that.
I think the fun ones too.
Chloe and Isabel, you're listening.
The other ones is to change every 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Paintings, like you paint a little bit and then change with somebody.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And
pretty
then
cool.
like if me and you were painting, like I'll start something and you'll start something, and then we'll switch paintings and then work on each other's stuff, and then every 5 minutes you switch.
Oh wow.
Well, and I'll do one that's
Those are cool.
I'll do one that's for veterans, where it's a charity one where everybody still pays the fee. They don't actually get the picture, and you just bring a whole group of people in. Everybody paints a piece on it. Like if you're doing it
Oh,
for
that's cool.
if you're doing it for
That's cool.
if you're doing it for the firefighters, you all put something fire on it.
Yeah.
And you paid your $50. Usually for those, I do charge more actually than the one that you get to take home.
Right.
But it's like $50. You still get all your paints, and everybody goes up, and it's a giant canvas. Like it's usually like 30
30
inch,
by 60
40
or
inch, something
yeah.
like that. And everybody paints a portion on it, so it kind of looks splattered. And then I put something really cool over the top, like a black silhouette of firefighters or something
Mm-hmm.
when I'm done. And then you take it to the fire department and give it to them.
That's cool.
And they can hang it on their wall, or
That's
the
awesome.
police department,
That's
or
awesome.
you know,
Yeah.
something like that. But it brings money into our nonprofit. People feel like they're doing something, and they all get the joy out of it. Take pictures, do that stuff, and then we go and sometimes I'll get the whole group, and they can go down and present it to the fire department or the police department or whoever it is they're wanting to give it to. The nurses at a hospital. I haven't done it here since we've been in Nevada yet, because obviously I've been working on getting a lot of stuff together. So I'm going to be doing one of those pretty soon. So anyone listening wants to participate, let me know. But not that I'm going to try to plug all my business the whole time, but
Hey.
hey, let's call that a commercial break. But anyway,
Back to our
so
sponsor.
Somebody said James's 50th is on Wednesday.
James's 50th is on Wednesday.
Happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday to you, James.
Oh yeah, nobody wants to hear me sing.
Yeah, nobody
No, I don't
wants
want to do that. No.
Oh no, that would if we continued with the way that was going, there would be cats crawling and scratching at that door in about 5
Cash would
minutes.
jump down and start howling. But, yeah.
Oh, now that would be kind of fun.
He actually, I do think my dog thinks I sing well, but he's the only one. But I sing to him a lot.
He's like, but we're singing together, Mom.
Yeah. No, he doesn't howl, actually.
I sing really great in my car.
He
by
just looks
myself.
at me when I sing, and I'm like, God bless you, because that God gave me you, because you think I can sing, and no one else does.
Like, we'll never
Exactly.
do karaoke.
I actually had a friend tell me one time, so like he had went to the bathroom, and while he went to the bathroom, I was singing karaoke, and when I got done, he was like, he said, Greta, I came out of the bathroom and I heard this most god awful noise. I'm telling you this because I love you. Never do that again. Ever. Legit. Told me that. Yes. He was like, it was terrible. Don't.
Yeah.
Now, I have a complex about it now.
I do too, because I mean, I could never get drunk enough to ever do it again.
I have to
After
be
I
really
was
drunk.
told that, it's very difficult. Like, I can't. Like,
I don't think you can get me, because the same thing happened to me. I mean,
Yeah.
like I did a karaoke, and I was pretty toasted to get me even up there in the first place. And then I sang, and they stopped it.
They were
They turned the mic off.
yeah. Oh, they didn't do that to me.
We're
but,
gonna need you to leave.
but
No,
Nathan
they-
did tell me no.
Stage left.
They,
Wait, that's right.
They
That's
should have
left.
had the hook. The hook should have been somewhere out there to just take me off the stage. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm on my way to American Idol.
I think everyone just tuned me out,
Negative
and then
Ghost
Nathan
Rider.
told me no more. No more. Like, gotta.
No, that
Because he's the brutally honest Yankee of
You know
our
what? I'm
friends.
that friend. I'm their friend. I'll be like,
That
you know
is
what?
a Yankee thing.
I
It
really
is.
do. I
can't
love you,
lie.
and I have to.
That's
tell you
his
this,
nickname.
But you suck.
Yeah.
But I
I would-
love you.
I would prefer that, and someone should have honestly just came and helped lead me off the stage rather than just shutting my mic off and leaving me up there singing to an empty mic.
But now, if you go on a trip with me, there is such thing as karaoke, and I am going to sing
Oh.
as loud as I can
Oh
in a
heck
car.
yeah! I'm very
Well,
karaoke.
because I'm-
Karaoke.
But I'm really good.
Karaoke instead of karaoke. Karaoke.
I'm really good with that though, because
Yeah.
I can also turn the volume up.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
I'm so good at
Especially
karaoke.
for some reason on the way home,
I just think-
maybe it's
Yeah.
because I'm tired from the trip, but on the way home, everything is going to be sung in a loud volume. I don't know. Hey,
Well, and you get that rhythm. I have the best rhythm for dancing as long as I'm still seated.
oh, chair dancing.
chair
Yes.
dancing.
But give me
Chair
That's a
dancing.
lot different than
Like,
lap
like,
dancing.
Yeah,
so
chair,
we need to clarify.
chair dancing and lap dancing are a lot
Yeah,
different.
this is chair dancing.
And they're like,
very,
"What are you
very,
doing, Mom? We're gonna get in an accident." I'm like, "No, I use my knee. I know how to steer."
I
it."
got
Yeah, we're
this.
good.
I got
But we're
this.
jamming.
This
Yeah.
is a
We're
skill that
jamming.
we learn.
Oh,
Driving with your knee. Yes.
totally. And I can dance really, really well until I'm standing. And then I have what they call bad white man's disease from the waist down. Like there is no rhythm there, and, except for I could do line dancing back in the day. And I did Irish dancing, which is really
Like stomping.
yeah. But your arms are straight down. Like you stay like a
Oh,
you stay like a solid
You can-
rock.
you can
And all
also
you
do-
do is move your feet.
Have you ever taken belly dancing? You could also do that because belly dancing is strictly shoulders, and you're
hips.
supposed to keep your hips like straight. So like you it's
Yeah,
torso
but you're
and
supposed
shoulders.
to use your hips. I don't know
it's
how
your
that
torso.
works. Yeah.
It's technically your torso, not your hips.
Right.
I took some belly dancing. It's awesome.
I used to teach swing dancing.
Did you?
Awesome.
So I think swing dancing would be a lot
That would
of
be
fun.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Oh my God, we
Belly
need to,
dancing is fun.
we
Yes,
need to
taking
have
that.
we
It
need
is
to
so
have a
much
dance
fun.
off.
Oh no, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
up for
no,
that.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Baby got back.
That would be fun.
But
Okay,
I
so
can't twerk to save my
Okay,
life.
first of all, my generation of dancing is going to be way different.
so
That's
and
okay.
it's going to be shameful.
okay,
That's okay.
My kids are going to be so embarrassed.
I do have to tell you, I figured out how twerking started. Y'all want to know how I think twerking started? So,
Kim Kardashian put her pants on.
husband and wife were driving down the road, and she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, well, there's nothing here. And she's like, I don't care. I gotta go. So he's like, okay, pulls over to the side of the road, and she gets out, opens her door. He opens the back door to like protect
Lock
her,
it.
but there's no toilet paper. There's no nothing. So her pants are down, and she squatted. She did her pee, and then she's shaking it and shaking it to get it all off. And he's like, "Yeah, baby, twerk it." And there it is.
Did you hear my answer? I said Kim Kardashian putting her pants on.
Oh yeah, that too.
It could have also started that way.
I can get him up. I can get.
I can do this. Yeah.
I got it. I'm gonna shake it real good, just back and forth. There we go.
Yeah.
Steve
Well-
says he's not going to be the judge of the dance off.
Aw, Steve.
Aw,
My
that's.
husband might do it.
My
My Steve? Yes.
Uh-uh.
No? I don't
Her
think.
Steve.
Oh no,
Well,
I
no,
think
her
all. I
Steve
think
said
all
no.
the husbands need to be the.
Yeah. I
Okay,
don't think
so
mine will do it.
that is where we're at. We're at our final. We're gonna do our extra, but I want to anybody watching send us what you think. But Kimberly and I came up with a show we want to do,
Uh-oh.
and I think it would be super fun. Greta, we're gonna do a game show.
A game show?
Yeah.
Why are you saying Greta?
Because
Like, why
Greta-
am I being called out?
Because it is not to point you out, but the reality is there's only one of us in this room that is not married. Therefore,
Yes.
Greta
You're
will
the
be the host. No, no, you're the prize.
There are a lot of people that disagree with that statement.
I love how the first thing Alicia says is, "You're the prize."
What?
I don't. Okay, I wasn't trying to make this an X-rated show. so 2 go in and 3 come out. 3 go in, 2, 4 come out. I don't know how that works. No, the whole point of that is, Greta, you're going to be the game show host.
Okay.
Aw.
And everybody might be familiar with this show, the Newlywed Game,
Yes.
but we're going to call it the Oldywed Game.
All right.
We're going to play the Oldywed Game. So y'all need to figure out a time that your husbands are available and can come. Okay, I heard you. Your husbands can come, and there will be a prize.
But not Greta.
It's not Greta. Wait, what is
Do
this
not do
amazing
that.
prize?
I think what we're gonna do is maybe each of us chip in $5, $10, $20, whatever we want to do, and it goes in the pool, and whoever wins
Wins the
wins.
Okay.
Yeah. And the way we're gonna work that is Greta will have a list of questions to ask each of the couples, and we will have the little signs where you have to write what the other one says
Yeah.
and flip it over.
Who's coming up with these questions?
We'll all sit down and come up
No,
with
I
questions.
should, so y'all don't
No,
know what they
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're
I
right.
know
You're
some
right.
questions.
You
That's
should come
gonna
up with
be-
all the questions.
I need to
Okay.
research this and come
Okay.
up with the questions, so, y'all have no
there's gonna be
idea.
there's going to be 3 segments to it. One is back to back, turn your cards. The other one is going to be, since we have 2 rooms over here, all the husbands sitting, and Greta will ask them questions. We will be in the other room, and then we come in and we have to say what we think their answers
What their
were.
answer is.
And you get points for who is right the most. And then the other one, the third segment will be switched. The wives, the husbands go in the other room, and then I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Greta, when you are making the list of
Can I wear
questions,
something glittery?
oh, you sure can. You're going to be the host that
Like
day.
glitter and velvet. So you
Yeah.
can be like Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have this sequin like duster.
Oh no, you can
That
wear
can work.
whatever you want that day.
I'll show you.
And we'll plan it. We'll plan it far enough ahead of time because we're going to have to kind of redo this room for that particular
Right.
show.
Yeah.
So I'd like it to be somewhat soon, but not tomorrow.
Well,
obviously, we need a few weeks.
I'm available. I don't have to book anyone else. So we're
Yeah.
good.
but I think it would be a lot of fun. Greta, when you're making the questions, keep them to nothing that's going to cause a divorce.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want people going, I can't believe you fucking, when they
I'm pretty
leave,
sure-
going, I can't believe you
I'm
fucking
pretty
don't
sure
know that
old
about me.
Newlywed Games I can find on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Probably.
sure.
I'm sure.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Like,
you can.
That would be my research. Like I would legit just kind of go.
For everybody
borrow
else,
from them.
for everybody else, all of us and the husbands, everybody submit what is off limits. If there's something that you do not want in the questions, send that. Like I don't have any. I don't give a shit. You can ask
Yeah, I'm
anything.
pretty sure
I
I
don't
don't
care.
have any limits.
But there might be husbands might have something that they don't want
Yeah,
to talk about.
that's
you
the
know,
only thing.
what
Have you
size-
seen the
what
suspect
size their
challenge
wiener
on
is?
TikTok that's going around? A lot of times somebody like, you said that? Like people, they get so mad.
Yeah, some people just get too sensitive. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those people. I cause that,
Yeah.
but
I think everybody has their little trigger, kind of. Like,
Well, yeah.
there is. It's hidden in you.
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't really have too many, but it depends on the person making questions. If they're a vindictive,
Yeah.
mean person,
I don't have
you
a
know the
vindictive,
questions.
mean
You know the questions
bone in
are
my
going to be
body.
mean.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
I've got several I can share.
I do not have a vindictive mean
And
bone
I'm a-
in my
I'm not
body.
vindictive or mean, but I am petty. I can ride the petty train. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm one of the conductors.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase. I am mean and vindictive when it's warranted. I don't just like wake up.
I
and
just say,
choose violence,
Carmel-
But sometimes violence shows up, and look, I show up.
Yeah, yeah.
I did
Shows
beat up
up
an
and
ex-boyfriend
she
because I
wears
caught him cheating on me in my
do,
car.
like, I'm real quiet.
I did
but-
beat up an ex-boyfriend because I caught him cheating on me in my car.
Yes.
In my car.
I threw somebody out of a moving vehicle that I was driving.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
He called me the C word, and I was not very happy.
No.
So I literally reached over, grabbed the door, kicked his ass out of my car.
All
probably just
right.
ate his own.
I've kicked a few people out of the car. I also, when I lived in New Jersey, I a little road rage.
Oh.
little bit of road
I
rage.
say I don't have a vindictive. Road rage is a whole nother subject. Though.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject.
I'm
But
a yeller.
Yes.
but I did I had
And you drive by and you just go.
I had a
What is wrong with
passenger
you?
in my car with me, and I started chasing the guy, and I literally followed him to his house. I like chased him to his house, and
What a dummy to go home.
no shit. Like, why would you go to your house? He jumps
You
up,
didn't follow,
and
you
of
go
course
home,
she's
stupid.
holding on, and she goes, "Oh my God, we're gonna die!" And I'm literally, and he's speeding faster and faster, and I'm chasing him to his house. And we get there, and he's jumping out of his car and running for his front door, and I'm out the door. Well, you little bitch, get back! And he's a grown ass man. And he was not a little man either. And I'm calling him little bitch. And what are you afraid of? I'm just a girl.
Like a man. Get over here.
Like, what the fuck are you afraid of? And he ran in the
5
house
foot. Leave me alone.
and
Come here.
shut
Let's
the
go.
door and quick locked it. And I'm like right at the door as the door is shutting and he's locking it. And then you see the blinds open there and there's somebody doing this through the blinds. And I'm yelling out the door, "Come out here, you little bitch! Come out here!" And I'm like,
him was
if,
a
if you're
sissy.
gonna drive like that, at least come out here and own it. I'm just a girl. What am I gonna do to you? Are you afraid of me? And about
How many weapons?
about
me.
2 minutes
Okay.
later, his wife came out the door,
Oh.
and she just stops and she looks at me and she goes, "Hold on," and I'm like. She goes, "You're the third person that's chased him home this week."
You might need to take his keys away.
And I was
I think you need
Oh
to, you
my
need to control
gosh.
him a little bit
I
better.
was like, he should not be on the road. And I mean, the whole purpose of this is he cut me off. And then at some point we got near each other again and he pushed me almost into a semi truck. And then later on, pushed me again almost off the road completely. And he did this to other people in front of me too. And of course, my being a former police officer, I'm getting pissed. Like, this dude needs to be stopped. And then I'm behind him and there's another car and I see him swerve that one and she swerved completely off the road and hit a sign or something. And as I went by her, like, I was chasing him down so he couldn't be a runaway accident. And it had to have been an 80-something-year-old lady.
Aw.
Like, he literally made an old woman crash. So, of course, I'm getting pissed and pissed and pissed. And I did call the police. I gave them the address. I did get a swift talking to by the police for chasing him down. But I'm like, he shouldn't have gotten away. He's like, "Yeah, you used to be a cop. Do you not know they have license plates?" And I'm like,
It wouldn't have been as fun.
it wasn't as fun. My passenger, it was great because I now need to take her to the ER for a heart attack.
Just having an anxiety
She
attack
just had
so
a
bad.
stroke. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely not mean or petty. I wouldn't do anything on purpose.
I believe in karma, so I'm careful
I'm a
of my
big fan
being
of karma.
petty. Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, my big-
I wish you the best, but karma's gonna get you.
I do threaten people, but I threaten them with like things that because I believe that too. I do believe that it will come back to me. So I threaten people with like many things. I'm like, I hope you get a paper cut.
Yeah.
Or I hope you step on a Lego. That's a bad one. Like,
Oh
That's
my
a bad
gosh,
girl.
Legos are the worst.
yeah,
hope you step on a Lego.
The worst.
that's almost worse than wishing death on somebody.
pretty
A
much.
clear Lego. I got stabbed in the foot by a clear Lego once.
Like, you step
Who
on
made
a
clear
you,
Legos? Those are things of the devil.
you step
Hey.
on a Lego. You wish somebody to step on a Lego. It could actually lead to their death.
It could.
Because they could step on the Lego. It hurts so bad they trip and fall and they hit the corner of the table and now they're dead. So watch when you're.
yeah.
Now,
be
if you've got an
careful.
OCD clean person, just tell them that you hope someone dumps a big thing of glitter in their house.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
too.
that-
I hope you find glitter in your pocket.
Or just that big glitter thing.
You should
Yeah.
keep
It's never
glitter
gone.
in your pocket. Anytime somebody makes you mad, just pull it out and fling it on them.
Don't tip me. Don't tip me with a good time. Don't tip me with a good time.
I am so starting that. I am starting that from now on. Like, what are you gonna be? And I'll
My
just
anti-stupid dust.
I'll just be like, this is called friendly dust. It makes you friendly. Walk away.
Oh no, I would just go sparkle and shine.
So one
I
time,
like that
I
one.
did step on a Lego, and I was upstairs in my kids' room. I stepped on the Lego and fell down, and my husband ran up, and he goes, "I thought you like broke something. It sounded like you had been shot and fell." And I was like, "I stepped on a Lego and fell over." He goes, "It sounded like you were like shot and like boom." You know, he goes, "It shook the whole upstairs," and I was like, "Thanks."
Tell them thanks for calling me
I
fat.
know. I was like, "Thanks, man. You sound like a fatty."
Now I got a complex thing.
Are you saying that I need to go on a diet now? That's not what I said.
That's not what I said. I was worried for your well, but you called me fat because you said the whole house. That's not what I said. Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah.
And I
But
roll
what
my
we
ankle
hear
a
and
lot.
what was said are two different things.
Right. He says that a lot too, and because I have bad ankles. We all have bad ankles. But I rolled it once, and I went down like he goes, "You went down like a puppet." He's like, "You look like
I
you have
call
been."
like a folding chair. I
Yeah.
just like,
That's it. He goes, "Yeah, you look up." He keeps saying that. You look like you.
No,
got
I'm
shot
like a
in the
little
foot.
bouncy thing. I fall and I jump right back up, like immediately, like bleeding, whatever. I'm like up, and everybody's like,
What happened?
"Are you okay?" I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
"Yep,
good."
I'm good. I'm good."
Well,
You
yeah,
got blood
that
on you.
means
I'm
you
okay.
fall too much. Because
You-
I do the same thing.
Oh,
I just
my
look
friends-
so graceful, and then you get back up, and they're like,
My friends
what
call
did you
it
just do?
Greta
I
go
was
boom.
just doing a quick stretch. I was
Like,
just
there's
doing
a
a
word
quick
for it.
stretch.
Greta go boom.
If
Is-
you fall in public, just get up and just dust yourself off and say, "I'm sorry. It's been a while since I inhabited a human body.
I'm just learning how to walk again.
I'm just learning how to walk again."
First day with my new feet. Sorry.
First day
I
of my
mean,
new meat
it's just
suit.
normal. Greta go boom. It's Greta go boom.
Usually when I take over a body that's a birth,
They haven't put me in a midway adjust.
that way I have time to learn how
Learn
to
how to
walk.
adjust. I'm sorry.
That's
this
why
is the,
babies look so funny.
right. This is the third body I've possessed this week, so I'm sorry. Just
Yeah.
bear with me.
Just working on it.
Okay, ladies.
gotta go.
Yeah, it's
We're out.
it's time. It's time for us to finish up here. So, what do you guys think about that game show?
I think it'll be fun. I don't know if I can
I'm
get my
good.
husband. To
I don't
do
think
it,
I
but
will
I'll
ever
try.
be able to get my husband on board, but I can try.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I'll try real hard.
Try real hard.
Okay.
Because tell them that we're still doing the show with or without them.
It will be the bear in your place.
So
Can I bring my kids instead because
we
they
could
might do it?
we
I
could,
have a better chance with the kids.
we could even do the
Hey, Casey's watching.
the family wed game.
Hey, Case.
The family wed game.
Family wed game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Anyone from your family can be the participant.
Oh, that's
I would
scary.
prefer it to be the husbands, but
We could do a family feud.
oh, that would be
I'm still the host, okay?
my boys
yeah.
would.
You're all going down.
We're all going down. Yeah, we're all going down.
We watch that literally almost every day.
They have no mercy, and they're mean to me.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of games that you could play that the kids would be kind of ruthless.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Those
try
are the
to
ones you have
get
put-
get your husbands on board because I think the viewership wise, I think they would dig it more with the husbands, than with our
Yeah.
kids.
I can try. I don't think he'll do it. But.
Well, tell him that there's a Marine that's willing to do it. So army up.
I don't know. He lost that. He gave up on that a long time ago. Not gave up on it, but
I'm like he just gave up. He just like quit.
no. He
Okay,
didn't.
tell him
No,
we'll let
he's-
him talk about flying.
You can talk about
That might get him. That
Well,
might get him.
you-
Can he talk about boxing because he likes that?
Oh
one too.
yeah, he can do that too. Kickboxing or just boxing?
Boxing.
Oh yeah.
Boxing.
Okay. Well,
He's a boxer. So.
well, she's making the questions.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm about
I'm not
on the
going to work
verge
real
of
hard on
needing
it
to twerk.
until
So
y'all
can
tell
we
me that
wrap
they're
this
coming,
up?
though.
She's like, I'm gonna have to go twerk, so we gotta wrap this up.
Okay, you got it. You
Oh,
got
you're about to twerk.
It's
Please.
time for us to
I'm
go.
in pain
Like it's
now.
been time for us to go. So
Yeah.
we're trying, ladies. We're trying.
Sorry.
All right, everybody. Love you guys. Follow us, Girl Talks, on all of our socials, and see us every day at 10 to 11. Thanks. See you out.